Hi everyone, finally another video from me. So sorry I have not recently uploaded any video for Create a Smile or for the Tickling Tuesday. I just have so much to do. There's so much going on in the background for Create a Smile. We are planning to add new products to the shop this year, and we're having a video team starting this month. We have Francine Vuillem, Nicole Picadura, Michelle Short and Stephanie Clark, and they will have a video once a week for you on the blog createasmilestamps.blogspot.com, so hop over if you want to enjoy more videos. Today we will make this card, which is inspired by, well, I have not made a lot of watercolor technique recently, and I also wanted to use those big letters, which are from a new chipboard set from Create a Smile. And I started by making a stencil from some plastic. This is just some Mulan or mylar, which is made for creating stencils, and I ran the Simon Says Stamp circle border through it 3 times, and then I used some watercolor paper and taped that down to my work surface and made sure that I had the same amount of washi tape on each side because I want to keep that white border. I think this looks pretty on watercolor backgrounds. Then I used my EK Success powder tool because we will be doing some embossing, and I want to make sure that the embossing powder only sticks where I want it to be. And then I used the stencil that I created with that die and used Versamark ink with a blending tool. I don't do this very often, but I thought I want to have kind of a grunge look and not cover the entire piece with Versamark, but just some spots. So this was the easiest way to do it, to get the grunge effect, or yeah, it looks like some of the spots maybe are rubbed off or something. So I wanted to have this irregular look, and then I used some Wow super fine clear gloss embossing powder, which is by far my favorite embossing powder, my clear embossing powder, because it's super fine and you can use it for intricate designs. And I had some overlapping spots, although I used the blending tool, so I just used my paintbrush to get rid of the excess powder, and then I melted that with my heat gun. And as you can see, the paper starts warping a bit, but I will make sure to tape it down very well to that surface while I am adding some water to it. So it will try to warp anyway because of the water, even if this is watercolor paper. Sorry, I can't tell you what this paper is, so what brand it is. I got it from my friend Annika. She sent it to me. I have to ask her, and then I can let you know just in case you want to. I added a little more of that stencil piece to have, to make sure the pattern is really what I wanted it to look like. And it was kind of random. I added that kind of randomly. I am using some watercolors that I got when I was at school. So these are pretty cheap and they are pretty old. I think all the German kids had that in school. Maybe they still have, I don't know. This is a very typical German school watercolor. And it's not as expensive as Kuretake or something, so I thought I would just go for what I have and not buy anything else because I do not create a lot of cards with watercolor. So I thought it was too much money to not use the stuff then. I spread a lot of water onto that piece and then just dropped some ink on there, and I used some blues and greens, and then I thought some pink would be pretty, but I had not cleaned my brush very well, so this turned purple, and I do not like purple a lot, so I decided to cover that up with more blue. I just added more blue to get rid of the purple, and I have to say that this was a very good decision because the blue and green is quite busy already, and pink would have been too much on that card. And I also decided to make this kind of a Valentine's card, which would be nice for a guy. So this is a male Valentine's card, and blues and greens are better than pink. So I used my mini mister to add more water and get it moving. And as you can see, I always use the tissue paper tissue to get rid of too much water or ink. And as you can see, this is what watercolor is like. You add it, and when it dries, it lightens up, so it's not as intense anymore. And I added more color, and I think this is the easiest way to get a nice watercolor background using layers. So I have my first layer of color, which is very soft, and then I add some more, dry that, and it's still soft, and then I can go in some spots and add some more intense color to make sure that I have very light spots, very dark spots, and this is the easiest way, at least for me, to control that. And as you can see, I used my heat gun to dry that, but I was very careful because I did not want to melt the embossing powder again. I just wanted to move the ink and the water a bit. And if you use the heat gun to heat the washi tape, it's easy to tear to peel it off without tearing the paper. This paper really tends to tear with washi tape, but this way it works. Then I took out the alphabet chipboards from Create a Smile. I really love these. They are quite big, but what I really love about those chipboards, I already told you, is that they look a little bit like wood veneer, but you have more options with them because they are kind of a chipboard, so it's easy to color them, stamp on them, use them like some kind of paper, because it is a paper surface actually. And yeah, that's what I love about them. And those large letters are good for so many options. I used a very strong adhesive to put that onto my card, and then I took out the balance set. This is what it looks like, because I wanted to have the little love over there. As I said, this will be a Valentine's card, and I wanted it to say, "Hey love," which is kind of a cool sentiment for a boy, I thought, or for a guy. I used my EK6S powder tool again to make sure the embossing would be nice and crisp and without cluttered embossing pieces. And I used the love sentiment from that. The balance stamp set has a lot of Valentine's related stuff, but I thought just "Hey Love" would be enough. And then I used a cloth with a little bit of moisture on it to get rid of the EK6S powder tool powder. This is the easiest way to do it, and the paper has the same crisp color again. Then I used some dimensional adhesive. These are very tiny, and I used them because they are perfect to be hidden behind the chipboard not stickers, but to make the chipboards into stickers, to turn them into dimensional stickers. As you can see, they hide perfectly behind that. And this is another cool thing about those large chipboards. You can easily put them on dimensional adhesive without that showing too much. I told you can color that. I mostly don't, just because I think the chipboard color is so nice anyway. And sometimes you need some stickers in the right color. I use a tiny heart. I know hearts are not too male, but I thought, well, for a Valentine's card, a tiny heart, which is not too bright of pink, will be nice. I added that with my tweezers and with my Martha Stewart ballpoint glue pen. And then I took out a Copic marker. I used one color first, and then I thought this was too grayish, so I used another one. Then I used some glossy accents just to add some droplets, and that finished off the card for today. I also used the glossy accents on the heart, of course. I hope to have another video for you very soon. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also to the Create a Smile channel, and don't forget to stop by on the Create a Smile blog to make sure you can watch all the videos from the video team. Thanks so much for watching!